So what are you? I mean, really, what the hell are you? To get to the bottom of this fundamental philosophical question, let's use a thought experiment called the Ship of Theseus, which comes from my favorite civilization of all time, ancient Greece. So the Ship of Theseus explores this concept. There's a ship owned by Theseus. Theseus was the king of Athens, very heralded, renowned person, and his ship was the pride of Athens. So everyone took very good care of it. And as it went on its adventures and sailed around, things needed to be replaced, right? A plank here, a plank there. Well, you replace a plank or two, no big deal. Still the Ship of Theseus, right? But then over the years, they realized, the ship captain said, you know what? Every single part of this ship, every single little piece has been replaced. Every single piece. And then they thought, is this still the Ship of Theseus? Every single part is new. But they still had all of the pieces that they took off. No matter how moldy and decrepit they were, they kept every single piece. This is Theseus' ship after all. Come on, it's the king of Athens. So they kept every single piece. So then they thought, okay, what if we took every single piece of the original ship and built a ship, a replica exactly like it? Would that be the Ship of Theseus? Because it's all the original pieces. Or is this one the Ship of Theseus? So now we would have two ships. A new one, which we thought was the Ship of Theseus, but then over here is this old one that's all the original pieces. So you see what's happening here. Now we're like, which one is the Ship of Theseus? And when you take this thought experiment even further, it makes you start questioning what is real. How does reality work? And as humans, we like permanence. We like to make something, put it there, and know that it's going to be there when we come back. We want everything to last forever. We don't like change, fundamentally. But everything changes. Nature changes. Reality changes. Everything changes. Everything decays, dies, and is reborn. That's just how life works. So what the thought experiment does is force us to come to grips with that, to understand and make peace and surrender to that idea that things change over time. And then at a certain point, you don't know if you are the same as you were before. So let's put this into human terms, okay? So 5 years ago, I was laying in a hospital bed, almost dead. Since then, I have rehabbed myself. I'm completely sober. I am a new person. I've had a spiritual awakening. I have changed every single aspect of my life. I had organ failure when I was laying in the ICU. Didn't know if I was going to walk out of there at all. And I have completely regenerated every single organ, all of your organs, your skin, your eyes, even your brain, every single cell in your body after 7 years or so is completely new. You're a new person. Some of your organs regenerate after just a year or two. Completely new, every single cell. So I am no longer, if you took all my cells, there's probably not a cell in my body that's the same cell that was in my body 7 years ago, okay? So am I the same person as I was back then? It's like the Ship of Theseus. Just like nature. All of these trees weren't here 1,000 years ago, and in 1,000 years there will be new trees. So would this be the same forest? So you see where I'm going with this. I love the Ship of Theseus thought experiment because it forces you to realize that everything is always in a state of change, a state of growth, a state of evolution. You can apply this to Revelation. People sitting here arguing over, scripture in the Bible. Well, Earth has evolved. Earth has matured and grown. So the same things aren't going to happen now that happened back then. This is a new place. Everything is new. This is not just a repeating record. Yes, of course, there's cycles. Winter's going to come at the same time every year. Summer's going to come. The sun's going to rise and set. We have cycles. We know this. But everything is constantly changing within those cycles. It's constantly decaying and renewing within these cycles. So I love this thought experiment because it forces you to understand that things change. Things can stay the same in a sense, but even the thing that stays the same, like me, I'm still here, still alive and kicking, but am I the same me as I was 5 years ago laying in that hospital bed? Probably 90% of my body is new. My mentality is new, my behavior is new, my attitude's new, my cells in my body is new. Everything is new, but I'm still me, aren't I? I don't know. That's what this thought experiment forces you to question. What is you? What is real? If everything is always fluid and changing, is there any permanence? I don't know. And I don't know if they're supposed to be. I think that's the point of the universe. Constantly growing, constantly evolving, constantly changing. Like they say, the only constant is change. I love it. Let me know. What do you think? Ship of Theseus. What's your takeaway from all this? Let me know below. Have a beautiful day. Peace.